This video will cover how to add data to Hoopla manually. To begin, we're going to navigate to the data section of Hoopla. We can do this by either using the data icon in the middle of the page or navigating directly to the metrics and uploads section under data. There are three ways to add data to Hoopla. We can do it directly into the metric, via file upload, or via email upload. We're going to look at all three methods. The first one, the manual method, would be if you are going into Hoopla directly and changing numbers for the players in the system. To do that, we would add a metric. We'll name this metric amount. We'll add a currency. Since amount is a currency, you can choose any currency type. We'll stay with the United States dollar and we'll leave off decimal places. You can add a time span, so if this is a quarterly amount, we can do that, and you can also choose a time zone. To add values to Hoopla, you will come down to the metric value section, click into the user area, choose the person you want to add it to, and then put the amount you would like to add. You can continue this process until everyone's numbers are in there. Once you've saved, these numbers will stay as you've entered them. You can also enter team data here by going into the team and adding a number for them as well. You don't need commas when you're adding data to Hoopla. Once you've added your data, you can come back up to the top and save. You can add these metrics to any leaderboards or metric steps within the system. You'll see more information on metric steps and leaderboards in other videos, but this will give you the idea on how to get that data in there. The second way to add data is through a file upload. In order to add a file via the file upload process, you'll need either a CSV or XLS file. We'll take a look at a file right now. In column A, I have email addresses, and specifically in cell A1, I have the word email. I also have headers for each of the columns that I want to bring in data from. Some things to note within Hoopla is that if you are uploading a file via file upload, you will need to have a matching metric within Hoopla. So you saw previously I did already add the amount metric. We can check to see if we have percent to goal and boxes sold. And then Hoopla will recognize those metrics as long as they are exact matches and add the numbers in the column to the people within Hoopla. We'll use the email or the login address for the users in order to assign numbers within Hoopla. One thing to note about a file upload or email upload is you cannot add data to teams. This is only for user information. So let's go back over to Hoopla and make sure that we have our percent to goal and boxes sold metric within the system. In our metrics, we'll look, we have the amount, we have percent to goal, but we do not have boxes sold. So we'll add that metric before we can proceed with the upload. So we'll click add. We'll add boxes sold. It's going to be a number metric, no decimal places, and we'll go with a quarterly time span. This is all we have to do in order to prepare Hoopla to receive the information in the boxes sold column. We'll go back to our sheet. Another thing to be cognizant of when you're adding things to Hoopla is that when it is a file upload, Hoopla will only read the information as if it is a CSV file. So for a percentage, while Hoopla knows it's going to be a percent because you've determined that in the metric setup, it will need to come in as a whole number. You can see in our percent to goal column we have full whole numbers and not percentages because Hoopla will not be able to read the formatting. So once we've verified that we have all the metrics ready to go, all our emails in and our numbers in place, we can go back to Hoopla, go over to the file upload section, choose our file, Once we have our file, we'll choose that, and Hoopla is now uploading that document. You can see here that our file was successfully uploaded, so now we can go back to those metrics. We can look into the amount. You can see that it was updated a few seconds ago via file upload. If we click into amount, you will see all the numbers that were brought in via file upload. The same will be true for the boxes sold and the percent to goal. These numbers are now ready for use for your leaderboards or your metric steps. For an email upload, you can add an email. Once you have an email address, you can add a file just like the one we recently uploaded directly to Hoopla, and it will upload just like it did when we did the file upload within Hoopla. This allows you to not have to log into Hoopla to update metrics within the system. Now you're ready to start building your leaderboards, metric steps, and other items you'd like to base those metrics off of.